Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 17th of April 2023. Thanks for joining me. I want to use my deck of cards again for today's reading, the Gregory Scott Tarot. So I'm just going to shuffle these a few times and then I'm going to choose 3 cards to see what's coming up here for you on Monday and what energy you'll be working with. So let's have a look. Okay, so the first card is the Moon, the Five of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. Okay, so this is, I feel, going to be a bit of a profound day for you in terms of the way you see your journey in life. And I feel you really turn it around and have some compassion, particularly for the negative things that have happened to you, and you're able to compartmentalize them. And also some of the frightening things that may be going on in your life right now, you may be able to actually show up for yourself and say, hey, you're not walking this alone. So the Moon is your intuition. The Moon is the mother. It's the home. It's really those things which feel most personal to you. So with the Moon being at the very top here of this card, kind of, if you're walking through this frightening forest, it kind of lights your way. And that's what your intuition will do on any difficult journey or any difficult part of your life. It's by going within. I mean, I always go on about this, the importance of listening to your intuition. You may wonder, Greg, why is it even important to listen to my intuition? It's because there's this otherworldly connection that you've got built into you somehow, and it takes an active interest in your life and it wants it to be amazing. And so when you listen to that inner guidance system, it doesn't matter how scary the path is, you know you're going in the right direction. So today, don't be distracted by, the little barbs here, the things that may seem to tower over you, things that may be out of control or frightening or difficult. And look ahead. Remember, you're on the right track. Listen to your intuition. If that's saying continue on, continue on. If it's saying go another 2 miles and turn left, and listen to that. It's very much about being true to yourself and realizing that you're not alone. And if things are scary, that this too will pass. They're not always going to look scary. And I mean, just very literally, this isn't going to last more than 12 hours because the sun will come up and then these little things will look very different. At night, this would seem terrifying. I wanted it to be a scary forest because I remember when I went to visit my parents one time, I went through the woods at night, but I just decided to go for a walk and I was so scared. During the day, it's a lovely, pleasant walk. So be there for yourself. The cards are reminding you that the universe has your back. It's supporting you if anything is challenging, and that you have the answers so you don't need to feel like you're at a loss. The Five of Pentacles, we've got some boys playing football, and then we've got a barbed wire, which is kind of the message is stay out or get hurt. And then we've got this little girl who is watching, and the Five of Pentacles is about rejection and tough times and it kind of feeling excluded or being deliberately excluded. And I don't know, whether this should be a girl or a boy, I mean, the point of this is, the reason I put this in there was when I was a kid, I had a lot of experience of, because I lived in Germany till I was about 9, I think. And I really didn't have a good experience with the kids growing up. Like it was the 1980s. The main thing the boys were into was football. Like it was like the only thing you could be into was football. And I think also like cars, and then these little sticker things, collecting football players and stuff. And I was on the football team. And I was not the star player. And it wasn't like they asked me to leave, but it just became really kind of unpleasant. Where I felt like I can't be part of this team anymore. I think the team would be happier without me, which I don't think I was wrong about. It wasn't like I was being dramatic. It just, I didn't get on with those boys very well. But the experience left me feeling kind of like, wow, you know, that did not build me up, and it made me feel rejected. So I guess we should have just put a young version of me there, I suppose. But the point of the Five of Pentacles is that rejection doesn't kill you. And it actually does you a favor sometimes, because it doesn't work out. It's not going to work out. And sometimes, of course, it's much better to go your separate ways rather than to continue to be together if you don't mesh well. So it's an acceptance that certain things aren't going to work out, and that she's very able to find her own football team. She can play with other people. So the card is, rejection isn't as terrible as it initially feels. It actually prompts you to take the initiative and to build something of your own, which then for you will work better. It's just a process of whittling out what works for you and what doesn't. So the scary journey may have involved rejection in your life, or a feeling like you're not good enough, or you are being deliberately excluded, or simply you're not popular, you're not the world's favorite person. Then, I don't know, I mean, you may think it's somewhat juvenile to talk about this, but for me, I really still have, things within myself, I think, that could be healed. That would mean I have a lighter everyday experience, because certain things no longer sting, you know? So with this, whether it's an experience, Pentacles is money in the practical world, whether it's a negative experience that you had of rejection, or something negative to do with your finances or your living situation, your circumstances, that has caused you pain, that has been a difficult journey, you're able to go into your feelings on that today, and you're able to turn it around. So the Hangman this way around is someone who is suspended. He's not going anywhere because he's in this, he's been strung up, right? So he can't move, and what he's doing down there is he's meditating, and he's starting to see the light, and that's the point of the Hangman. Once he sees the light, then it turns around, and the legs here, the number 4, creates stability and structure. So once he's been reformed, then his life will make sense again, and will be solid and good and livable, and he doesn't need intervention or rescuing or anything like that. So the message here is that there's something in you today that is unhealed, and it suspends you in your life. It means that you can't take action in that area. You don't feel able to have your own agency and your own, to express your own will in that area of your life, because something has happened to you that scared you off. That's made you feel, oh, this isn't my forte, I better back off it. And the cards are saying, because of that response, that you've backed off, that you've let maybe one rejection or one defeat completely withdraw you from something, means that you're not progressing in your life the way you can. And today, if you face the fear again, and you're there for yourself, you'll be able to realize that there was one thing, and that you're no longer a child, that you're an adult with experiences and coping skills and a multitude of things that you have now acquired since you were, 7 years old? And that you are able to get involved in things that are important to you, that you enjoy. Especially look at those things where you feel excluded, and then say, I'm going to try this again. And the cards are saying that that is a moment of enlightenment that will create more security and comfort in your life. So because sorry, I keep turning him around all the time, but the moon here guiding you, your intuition, the angels coming in, trying to help and provide this moment of enlightenment. You're not on your own anymore, and you never have been. So if you look at it that way, feeling excluded and alone and rejected is always going to be relative and quantifiable. 5 boys have rejected me, but the universe adores me, my family adores me, my angels, my guides are with me. They're actively trying to help me to see the light and to not let these things discourage me, to be functional and not to be wounded and to withdraw from life. And don't you love this little mandrake thingy? I think he did it in such a cute way. I wanted a mandrake root because the mandrake root to me represents, it's similar to the devil card in the sense that there's a huge focus on the material. And the point I wanted to make is his error was he took everything in the material world very seriously and personal. And it's got him to a place where he got things wrong, he acted out, and now he's been strung up and stopped. So it's by focusing on the inner truths, the spiritual truths, that then alters your interpretation of your practical earthly experiences. Number-wise, we have 18, and 5 is 23. And then we have 12, which is 35. 3 and 5 is 8, and 8 in numerology is strength and power. So it's really finding the inner strength to put something to bed, to make peace with it, to accept it, and to say, I'm not going to let this influence me in my life anymore, and I'm not going to let it stop me from pursuing the things that I want to achieve and attain. So I hope you have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to order your reading with me. And in my personal readings, I use the tarot, astrology, numerology, and my intuition. If you have any questions about your life purpose or making certain changes, but you don't know exactly how, or how to get started, or if you have questions about specifics like relationships or finances or health or anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. And if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.